no, it's always a good day when we're in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. Chef, it's so great to have you here this morning. And wow, those fish up there, they are looking right back at us. So what are we whipping up? I don't know where to start. We've got so much going on.
We do get a lot going on. Well, the Outer Banks is going off right now. It's summertime down there. It's a beautiful time to come on down. A lot of things going on around town right there in Duck where I'm at. There's music concerts as well as the beach and everything. But today we're doing some red snapper. They open a small season down there. This is the window of opportunity.
Okay.
And also really catching some really nice fresh tuna down there right now today. I'm also going to use some complimentary blackberries and blueberries and some different things, just kind of like celebrate the season, you know what I mean?
Okay, looks like some great summer fare over here, and you said you have a lot going on in the Outer Banks. You've got the music, you've got the events, but you've got the great cuisine.
Yes.
All this fresh stuff. I can't wait till we get cooking. We'll do that in just a moment. We're back now in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. It's always great to have him in the kitchen, and today he's making a couple of fresh catches for us. Coriander encrusted tuna and snapper, and there is no mistaking that red snapper up in the front there. You were saying it's a real busy time right now in the Outer Banks, and you're staying busy. You're in and out of the restaurant doing a bunch of things.
Exactly right. We're doing a, of course, we're open for lunch and dinner down there if you ever come down, okay? We're quaint, we're set back, we've got a little vintage flair about us up there at the Red Sky, so it's almost like you're taking a step back into sort of a
nice and chill, relaxed.
North Carolina. And we do focus a lot on the fresh local ingredients. I mean, the Outer Banks is just a treasure trove of all that's good, if you ask me. You know what I mean?
He's the ambassador to the Outer Banks.
I mean, and I like it all the way from Nags Head to Corolla, and then of course in Corova, but I love duck, that is my favorite. So today what we're going to be doing is fresh yellowfin tuna, okay? Now, right now they're really slaying the tuna. You can see the deep red color in that. We're also going to be doing snapper, this is the red snapper.
Look at these guys.
Hello. Well, they're catching them right now. There's a short season for those. They catch them off the wrecks and some.
So you have that window where you kind of, if you want some red snapper,
and
nice and fresh.
And you might, take your whole family out for that. Now, one thing that we do down there at the Red Sky, besides being open for lunch every day and dinner, we do specials every day or features.
Okay.
And so that's where you get to see the chef's culinary, talents just kind of like go off besides just the menu. Now I'm going to cut that fish right here. And I'm taking a knife and I'm going to cut it right along the backbone. The other thing that we do is, let's say you come down with your whole family, and that's what a lot of people do when they come to the Outer Banks.
And you just aren't in the mood to cook.
And it's your night to cook. And you say, you know what, I'm going to get Wes to come over and cook for me. So I'll come over, I'll make a menu, fit your budget. Look at that, how that's just coming right. Looking nice and white. Boom. See, I didn't make you do this.
So you've been doing a lot of these house calls, chefs on call.
Chefs on call. I've been doing
on
at
location.
least 7, 8, 9, 10 a week. What we do is we go into your house. We cook everything that we ordered off the menu. We also clean up.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Yeah, that is a bonus. So anyway, I just go ahead and just knock that little fish out, and then the next segment we're going to cook it up. Of course, right now wedding season has slowed down a little bit.
Okay.
But that will be kicking up just in another month or so. In September, I'll be jamming again, doing all the weddings.
What kind of requests you get for weddings? Do you have like a most common request?
Well, most of the weddings down there, we work tight with all the other vendors. I'm a member of the Wedding Association. We work tight with all the other vendors. So, you come to one person and you can almost get set up with a lot of different choices for a lot of different items.
Right.
We do a lot of tapas. So small little
bites.
tastes. Today we're doing blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. I'm going to make a blackberry corn relish for our coriander encrusted fish.
That sounds interesting.
Just really highlighting what the season, and maybe in September and October, maybe we start working a little bit with sweet potatoes or some different other kinds of things.
Kind of switch it up a little bit.
Switch it up a little bit. Let the seasons do the talking for you. Anyway, so there we got this. Now we've just cleaned another fish here on the Hampton Road Show.
And so you're saying there was kind of like a small window, relatively small window, if you want the red snapper now.
Right.
So between now and when would you say you're not going to be able to find it anymore?
I mean, I don't know the exact numbers of the seasons. You go to like a TW's tackle shop down there or somewhere on the beach, they tell you everything that's going on, tell you who to book with, how to go out, where to catch these things. And that's one thing about the Outer Banks. A lot of people have those red coolers down there because it's sort of like taking a step back in time.
Right.
A lot of guys and women love to go fishing and enjoying what nature has to offer down there.
Right.
So I'm taking the skin off of this thing. And the next segment, we're going to start cooking.
Okay. So what
There
kind
you
of
go.
flavor? What kind of flavor should we expect from today's cooking?
Well, one thing about it is, I use a lot of bold flavors, highlighting the fresh ingredients. It's going to be a little sweet with the blackberries. It's going to be a little sweet nestled with the fresh corn.
All right.
I'm going to use rice wine vinegar, which is a sweet vinegar, but it's got a little tartness to it. I'm going to use a little bit of a simple syrup. The tuna and the snapper are both going to have, coriander is going to have a nice little, it's going to be a really pretty crust on there.
Okay,
and
that
then
sounds
it's also
good.
going to have some spice, but not be overpowering.
Just be a little kick.
Yeah, fresh basil. I mean, really, it's very healthy as well.
Healthy is
Everything
always
we're
a
doing,
plus.
you know, because you want to stay bathing suit ready.
We'll be talking about that today on the show too.
There you go.
All right, all
So,
right.
Anyway, that's how we're going to roll with that. These little things, we utilize the whole fish. These might be little tuna bites. So, you know, they have all sorts of different things that you get highlighted down there. Now, what other fish may we be using this time of year? Swordfish, they're catching a lot of swordfish right now. Grouper just came in too. So grouper is a really nice big white flaky fish. North Carolina shrimp. North Carolina crab meat.
Oh, that sounds
crab
even better.
cakes. We don't ignore the beef. I mean, we do grass-fed because it's less fat. I love the grass-fed. We have a wood-fired oven there at the Red Sky Cafe, a wide-open kitchen. So if you and your husband or you and somebody come in, you're going to actually get to see the guys jamming
doing
back
their
there
thing.
the whole time. Red Sky's like it's kind of fun. It's a really fun adventure.
Do you need
type.
reservations if you're coming out to Red Sky?
We do a thing called priority seating, which is basically like a reservation. All you have to do is call up the restaurant, say, I got a party at 12. You'll be on the waiting list, and when you come in there, you probably will not have to wait very long whatsoever.
Okay, so that's probably a good idea if you're
And if
going
you
out
don't want
there,
to wait at
especially with
all,
a bigger group.
call me.
Yeah, and then he can come to your house.
We come to the house.
Yeah, then you don't even have to
Little
leave the house.
ninja cooks right
All
in
right,
there.
so we're going to get to cooking this fish and plating everything up and seeing all the deliciousness in our next segment. So get ready for that.
All right.
Alrighty, we're back now in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe. They're located in Duff, North Carolina. We fired up the grill. You've seasoned the fish. We're ready to get cooking.
Okay, what we got is the fresh snapper, and I did a little coriander encrusted, and it's got Outer Banks sea salt, fresh cracked pepper, coriander. Try to push as many local products as I can down there. I got all the fish from Carawan, which is a little seafood place right across the bridge when you come in down there. And
you can just season this up real quick and then put it in the pan?
Yeah, this is going to be fast. Now, tuna, how do you like your tuna?
I don't.
You don't like tuna? Daggone. Well, that's good. At least you don't like it well done. Because
You don't want, tuna's not a well done
no,
fish,
that's a deal breaker.
Okay.
There's the snapper. You're not much of a fish person, are you?
Well, no. But give me a shrimp or some crab.
I know, you like shellfish. All right, so basically I'm just searing that. I used a little olive oil. I'm putting that in there as
And
well.
are we cooking with high heat over here?
I am. I always cook with high heat. And now you've been here with me, you know, doing these segments. You know that I always got this pan going over
Right,
here, you know.
warming it
And
up.
when I do cooking demos and stuff like that, I tell them that because it's really key is to have your pan hot. We're cooking with gas. Let's go all the way. Now, what we're going to do is we got fresh blackberries. Chris asked me during the segment, he goes, what screams summer to you as far as food or what thing? To him, it was corn on the cob. To me, it's tomatoes, corn on the cob, crab. Berries are coming into
Yes,
play.
berries are great in
We
the
got our
summer.
blueberries from Mr. Malco right there in Currituck.
Yes.
He brought them to us. I got fresh blackberries in there. They look nice and juicy and sweet.
Ooh.
I'm going to take some of Chris's summer corn. Now, corn
Sprinkle it in those blackberries.
Now that, you might say that's kind of weird, corn and
It kind of is,
blackberries.
but look at the colors. It looks so nice together.
Sweet red onion. I like a little spice. I'm going to go with a little jalapeno pepper.
a little kick.
Rice wine vinegar. It's a little sweet.
Sweet.
A little bit more of that Outer Banks sea salt. Yes, I'm going to salt them up. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of a simple syrup just to sweeten it up a little bit more. And a squeeze of lime juice. Now, I could also throw cilantro in here. I could throw fresh basil in here. But look at that. That is really nice, light, and healthy, and quick.
Yeah,
Now, let's check on our fish. Boom. See how I don't know if you can get it, but the coriander makes a really nice brown, golden brown crust. Look at that snapper. It's already falling apart, which means I've cooked it almost all the way through on one side. Now, one thing is A couple of you have asked me how we're doing down there because we had the big hurricane scare.
Right, but you were okay.
We were okay, and the Outer Banks on a whole is just fine.
Good.
If y'all have
That's
been
nice
watching
to hear.
any of the national weather or anything like that, and you're nervous about whether you should come down on vacation, it is not desolation down there. Come on down.
And it's
We're
all good,
wide
yep.
open for business. Everything is good to go.
And if you don't want to leave the house, he'll come and cook at your house
That's
in
right.
the Outer Banks.
So the chef's on calls we're rocking with. Now, you've been out all day. You've probably been laying next to the beach getting
Yeah, of course.
And
Just
maybe
vegging.
somebody in the house has been out fishing all day like Chris. Chris would be a fishing kind of guy.
With his cooler.
So from the big pond to your backyard, you got to have something to kind of like have fun with. So
Yeah,
I got
you've got to refresh and cool off.
I got blueberries.
You're muddling those blueberries. What are we making?
I'm muddling. I'm a muddler. All right. Now, I'm not a bartender. Anyone on the Outer Banks that knows me will tell you that I am not a bartender, but I do play one on television. There you go. I'm going to put a little fresh ice in there. I'm using a little Belvedere vodka. Basically, you got to have garnish for the table. Our fish is almost
fresh
done.
blueberries and a little Belvy.
And then I'm going to hit it with the rest of my simple syrup, which I have in reserve. And then we're just going to
Shake that up. Shake it. Shake it.
shake it. You could do that.
Yeah, I can do the
Grab
cake.
that glass over there. Can you get it?
Which
See
one?
the
The
one
one
in
in the
front
front?
with nothing in it?
I got it. All right,
Okay,
so.
help me out, girl.
All right, so what are we
Okay.
going to do? We're going to pour that in.
Pour it in.
All right, so I can do that.
Do
All right,
it.
so we're letting this, we're going to let Chef Wes finish up with our fish. I think it's pretty much all the way done. He's going to plate it up.
Boom.
We're going to come back and see the finished product. Cheers, because you've got to have your refreshing drink. Oh, yeah, look at that garnish.
Rosemary.
To
A
go-
little bit of that.
Go
Bang.
with it. All right, thanks so much for being here. Visit Chef Wes Stepp at the Red Sky Cafe. They're open daily, 1197 Duck Road in Duck, North Carolina, or you can give them a call. You know, let them know you're coming so they can save you a seat. 252-261-8646. Again, that's redskycafe.com. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, darling.
You know, you spend a little time on the Outer Banks this time of year. It is such a treat. It's beautiful. The beaches are great.
I know
Why
it's one
not
of your
have a
favorite
great
places,
meal?
huh?
It is. It is. Honestly, it is my favorite place in the whole world.
Oh, it is the favorite place.
Yeah,
not
I mean,
one
all
of
the
them.
places I've been to, I just love the Outer Banks, and I can't wait to go down there next month.
I'm still getting used to our big buzz table.
You like
this is
this
like
big
just
buzz
this big
table?
space.
I know, it's got like a perfect bar.
And
for-
all our
for Wes
buzzers
Stepp.
are here
Wes is
in the
not
iPad.
a bartender, but he plays one on TV.
I know,
I like that.
I don't know, that
That's
drink
a good
looks
job
pretty
with that.
good, yeah.
That's good.
I
That was
love
a good
that.
job with that. You know what?